Hello, everyone. Good
Boy,
afternoon or morning, depending on where you are located in what time zone. But we are so glad to have you with us. For those I haven't met, my name is David Van Cleve. I'm the Education Director for AACT. And before I pass things over to our wonderful friends at BookTix, I just want to give a couple housekeeping things. First of all, thank you for coming to learn more about BookTix, one of our wonderful corporate partners who has hundreds of unique features for your ticketing needs that you're about to hear about. We're so excited to share their opportunities and programs for you. But before I do that, I just want to remind you all, if you have questions, go ahead and plug those into the Q&A feature on Zoom. You should see that down at the bottom of your screen. That helps our wonderful panelists make sure that they see your question and can answer it in the short amount of time we have. If someone else asks a question that you want the answer to, give it an upvote. That tells us that it's super important. I also want to plug just a few upcoming webinars that we have for ACT. Coming up later this month, next week, we have a roundtable on technical theater. Next month, we have a virtual masterclass with Church Mutual and another industry connection on the stage, Smarter Marketing with automation. And then in May, we have a Battling Burnout roundtable. All that information you can find out more about on aact.org/webinars. But for now, I'm going to pass things over to Molly and Darcy from BookTix. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for that introduction, and I'm just going to finish sharing my screen here. And let's get this up for you. There we go. All right, so hopefully you can see this. My name is Darcy, and I am from BookTix. And today with me is Molly, and we will be sharing season tickets through their eyes, enhancing patron experience and sales. And I know a lot of community theaters, you already know what season tickets are, and you're probably using them already. So we're hoping to add some tips or tricks or ideas to you to add to your uses here. Okay, so sorry. So what we're going to go over today is what is a season ticket, different ways that people are using season tickets that you may not have thought of yet, some value added benefits that you can add to your offerings, how we can simplify the process for you. It's so important to have easy ticketing for your customers. So we're going to kind of go over ways that you can simplify your process and ways that we can help you do that as well through BookTix. And then Molly's going to take you on a walk through the BookTix system with all of our season ticket offerings through the patron side and the admin side. I'll give you a quick overview of BookTix, and then we'll open it up for Q&A. But as they said, please feel free to put questions in the Q&A now. And if we can answer them as we go, we will. And if not, at the end, we'll be sure to address those for you. So again, my name is Darcy. I am Director of Creative Partnerships at BookTix. I love what I do here because I get to meet so many people and get to learn about so many different theaters. I love connecting with people. I love learning about the different events and shows that are going on. We also do concerts and athletics. So there's a lot of fun stuff going on out there. And I love being part of people's events and helping making them successful. I have over 40 years of theatrical experience through community and school theater, as well as some professional theaters as well, behind the scenes and on stage. I have over 25 years of marketing experience. And currently my favorite shows are Jagged Little Pill, Matilda, and Miss Saigon. But of course, that list is always changing and always evolving. So I love to add to that list. Molly?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. Excited to be here. My name is Molly. I'm the onboarding specialist as well as a support representative here at BookTix. I have a background in performing arts as well as production. And what I find most exciting about working at BookTix is a lot of the creativity that gets involved, learning people's needs and limitations. There's definitely a blueprint for how to do a lot of things within the system, but it's always great to collaborate, find out what people are looking for, what might be restricting them, what they can or can't do, and finding the solution that works best and how we can meet their needs. My favorite shows currently, kind of for always, have been Rent and Sweetie Todd, and then Wicked has made its way back into rotation as of lately. So yeah, happy to have you here, and Darcy's going to take it away moving forward.
All right, thank you. So what is a season ticket? Everybody has their own way of doing it. It can be an annual pass, a subscription. It could be a VIP, all access, event pass, whatever you're calling it and however you're doing it. All of these things fall under a season ticket. So I'm going to go through a couple different ways that we do it and give you some suggestions on what you can do. But however you're selling multiple tickets at once for multiple events throughout your season, that would fall under this season ticket umbrella. So a season ticket can either ensure attendance at every event, or it can give your patrons flexibility to be able to create their own season with you, create their own path of how they want to experience your upcoming events. So if you have 6 shows this year, a standard pass would offer them 1 or 2 tickets to each of these events throughout your season, ensuring that every show is going to have a guaranteed audience of your season ticket holders. A flex pass would be obviously more flexible. It would give them, say, 12 tickets, and they can use them however they'd like throughout the event. So it either could be the 2 tickets to each show, or it could be 4 tickets to 3 of the shows, or however they're going to mix and match. They can come see a show twice if it's one of their favorites, or they can, just eliminate one if it's one that they've maybe seen too many times. So it makes it really easy for them to find something that works for their schedule. Most theaters already understand the benefit of a season ticket versus a single ticket. You're getting more purchases at once. They're buying 6 tickets rather than 1 ticket. But there's so much more than that. Of course, you're going to get your patrons to come back for show after show after show. They're going to buy into your experience and become a loyal customer for you. That increases your cash flow because now you're getting 6 tickets payment instead of just 1 ticket payment right up front in the beginning of your season. And that helps you be able to budget that money throughout the season however you need to use it. But it also gets the patrons to prioritize your theater. People have a lot of choices on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon, and having that season pass says that they're going to prioritize you. They're going to come back to see your shows month after month or every couple months or however often you do it, every quarter. And it's a priority to them. They want to see what you have next. They love what you've done so far, and they can't wait to come back again. That also makes them cheerleaders in the community. So your marketing is going to go even further than whatever you're paying for or whatever work you're doing. You're going to be able to reach out through them and tell everybody how amazing the shows are and how get them all excited to come to see the next one. You might have missed this show, but look, there's 5 more shows to go, and you can come join us for all of those and experience this excitement. So those cheerleaders are going out and they're giving you rave reviews, and it's priceless. You can't, pay enough money for that. You're also giving your season ticket holders value-added benefits, and I'm going to go more into that a little bit later, but there's so many benefits to a season ticket beyond just here's what you get A, B, C, and D. There's intangible benefits, and there's that feeling of belonging that they will have with your theater that really increases that relationship that you have with your patrons. And you can also increase your lobby sales. So a lot of times lobbies get really crowded and crazy, and there's a lot going on. People might miss something. They might not want to wait in line. But if you're pre-selling stuff like concessions, T-shirts, signed posters, any other events going on, you can sell those ahead of time. They can come to the lobby, show their QR code, their voucher, pick up their items, and be on their way. So it helps to streamline that lobby, keeping it less congested, and also, again, adds to your cash flow. You're getting that money ahead of time and ensuring that those sales happen and people don't change their mind waiting there in line. So now the buyer process. This part is really important because if you don't have a clear buyer process, and if it's not easy for them, then you're going to lose them somewhere along the line. So this is something that BookTix has really taken a lot of time over the years to perfect and to nurture it and find ways to simplify it as much as possible and make it a process that the patron enjoys going through and they find easy, so that they make sure they finish that transaction and they commit to your theater. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that your season tickets are promoted clearly on your website. And again, this is what I love that BookTix does well, is yes, you have your link to your selling site, but you can also provide a link specifically to that season ticket package and bring them directly there from your main page. So, click here to buy tickets, click here if you want to purchase a pass to all of our events, and it brings them right there so they can find it quickly and easily. You also want to make sure that the benefits are clear. Obviously, the tangible benefits, which I'm going to go over on the next slide, you want to have them listed out, whatever they're receiving, tickets to this show, this show, this show, and a signed cast poster. Whatever it is, You want to have all of that listed there clearly. You want the purchase process to be easy. BookTix has taken so much time simplifying this part of the buyer process. We make sure that there's not a lot of confusion. There's not a lot of ways that brings them to somewhere else or, takes them out of it. It's very straightforward and it's very easy to go through. And it's also easy on the admin side as well, because you don't want to be, in a tangled mess trying to figure out where this money went, what did they buy, where are they going. Everything is very simple and straightforward. And in the reporting is very clear who bought what and when and how and why. So you want to make sure that process is smooth and easy to navigate. When it comes to selecting seats, everybody's different. Some people, they want to buy their tickets for the year. They want to pick their dates. They want to select their seats because they know they love to sit front row center and they want to make sure they have that seat and they're ready to book them all right away. But then there's people like me who might not know what's happening tomorrow, let alone in December. So I like to have that flexibility to pick what I'm doing next, but maybe push the rest of them off a little ways and come back to it another time. Maybe I need to wait for the school calendar or whatever else is happening. So I can go back to my email, come back later and purchase the tickets for the later shows at another time. So giving people the flexibility to choose on their terms really, really helps simplify that process and engage them in a way. You want to meet them where they are. And then you want to be able to celebrate your season ticket holders. Somebody comes and they purchase tickets to all of your shows. That's a commitment. That's a big moment. So you want to celebrate them either, even if it's just a thank you email that's specific to season ticket holders, a shout out in the program to all of them, or list people by name, even if you can do that. A special gift that they can pick up at the box office, or however you're celebrating them. Make sure you're doing it in some way that calls them out and says thank you, because they are important to you. They are the backbone of your theater. They're the ones that come back. They are the cheerleaders. So you want to make sure you're thanking them and just involving them in the whole process and making them feel like they're part of something. And that brings me to these benefits that I've been talking about, those tangible benefits, those discounts, this free swag, the free parking, whatever you can throw in there to just spice this up a bit that might not cost you much at all, or if anything, but it adds a benefit that they can see and hold and feel right away. Those are the benefits you want to make sure are listed in your season ticket. Don't assume people know that they're there. List them all out. Make sure that it's clear that this is what you're getting with this season pass. And then the intangible benefits, that sense of belonging, that VIP status, the building of memories with their family members. These are the benefits that you want to convey through your marketing and through your copy and whatever you have in your ticket selling site that brings them this emotion. It's an emotional purchase. They're not just buying a ticket, using the product, going on their way. They're making an emotional connection. Theater is emotional. So you want to make sure you're conveying these intangible benefits that they're going to receive from purchasing their season ticket to your theater and committing to you. These are really, really important in all of your marketing materials. All right, so at this point, I am going to pass it along to, this one's to Molly. I'm going to pass this along to Molly. And I just need to stop my share and you can take it away, Molly. You're muted.
Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Just while I'm getting set up, I'm going to touch on a few questions that came in while you were presenting. One of them from Jodine asking about reporting and payment options. We'll touch more on our reporting as we get closer to the towards the end of the presentation. We offer lots of different reporting, transaction reporting, event reporting, as well as customer information that can come through. Payment options, there are check and e-payment available. Those are completed at the end of a show or an event, but we do also have the option to set up direct deposit via Stripe. We'll touch more on that towards the end of the presentation. And also the other question that came in about the checkout process for customers, there is a feature that allows for guest checkout. This allows customers to complete an order or a purchase without having to create a BookTix account necessarily. Creating a BookTix account does allow customers to kind of bundle their orders and that they can go back and reference. But if that's not preferred, customers can be enabled to use just the guest checkout. And then that way they don't have to sign up for a BookTix account in order to complete a purchase. We can, of course, follow back on these questions towards the end of the presentation, but just kind of wanted to get that settled. All right, so if you've never seen BookTix, here is just kind of a landing page, an example of what a box office can look like. Customers will come here and they'll see what you have for sale, shows that are offered, as well as what is upcoming here. You also have the option below here where it says also available to give other offerings. This includes any items you were looking to sell as well. This can be merchandise. This can be an early chance to get concessions beforehand. We've also had people sell advertisements for their programs in the items field as well. You can include donations that would go towards your theater or any other charity that you're working with. Along with this comes the option to sell packages. Packages are essentially a bundle of tickets that customers can buy in one go and get multiple offerings in the one purchase. All right. As Darcy had talked about earlier, sorry about that. There's two options for packages. One of them being a standard package. This is pretty straightforward. You get a set number of tickets to be used for a certain event or a show. In a standard package, you can include other offerings, including that merchandise. A lot of nice things you'll see when a package is a season t-shirt to commemorate the year's shows, as well as like a cast poster and whatnot. You can also add the donation to the package where a portion of the proceeds from that ticket order, from that package order rather, will go towards your donation campaign. You can also add benefits to entice people to kind of gear them towards a season package ticket. This could be something like free parking or a VIP seating, something that gives people that feeling of exclusivity, or they're getting more of a unique experience out of buying a package rather than just buying a regular ticket. And the other option for packages is flex. As it says in the name, there's more flexibility. You give customers a set amount of tickets that they can use throughout the season in any combination they want to choose. So they can buy, space it out evenly and buy an equal amount of tickets to each show, or they can put all their eggs in one basket and just get all their tickets to one show. It's really in the driver's seat for the customer. They get to choose how they want to experience the season. Regardless of a standard or a flex ticket, the customer can purchase it and redeem the tickets on their own, and they can select their own seating. This process all begins with the purchase of a package. Once customer purchases the package, they have the option to redeem right from the order, so they can start right then and there. But what's great is they also have the option to come back later or at a time that's more convenient for them when they have a better idea of what their schedule is going to be like to redeem tickets later. They can redeem from their BookTix account if they want to set up one, or they can also redeem their tickets from the confirmation email that they'll receive after the purchase is made. In a standard package setting, this is kind of what the package suite looks like. This shows all the event offerings, even items you want to include. Once they begin to redeem, it will show them in each show how many tickets are available for that show and how many are still left to be redeemed. Once they go in to redeem, let me see here. Once they go in to redeem, they can select their tickets. A flex package looks slightly different. It's kind of the same idea, except the ticket quantity of flex tickets will be displayed. This is the total amount of tickets they're about to use throughout the season, and the order will update as they begin to redeem tickets to see how many they have left. When they go in to purchase their tickets for their show, rather than a set amount, it will show them how many flex tickets they have to work with, and then they can choose how many they want to use for a specific performance. In a flex setting, you can pick one show for a Saturday night viewing and then come again for a Sunday matinee. It's really customizable, and people can kind of determine what they want to do moving forward based on the shows you're offering that season and how they wish to view them. And what's great is when these tickets are redeemed in their package, when they return to their order, the order automatically updates as they redeem tickets. So once they go back in, the drop down will even update to reflect how many tickets they have left in the package. So they can always reference to see what they have and how many they have left. From there, it's pretty straightforward. Just select the performance you wish to attend. They select the amount of tickets. In a general admission setting, they would just redeem those tickets. If it's a reserved seating situation, that's when they can go in and choose their seats. Simply go in, click on the seats they want to use, and then book the tickets. Pretty straightforward. Once again, they can book certain tickets for certain shows at once, come back later on when they know what their schedule is like, and keep redeeming from either the confirmation email or their order. All right, and then once the package is fully purchased, there will be no more tickets to redeem, and all the tickets that have been redeemed for will become available. They can go back into their order and find these tickets, which can be printed out as PDF or displayed as an e-ticket. These options shown here. They can print at home or show on their phone, but the box office also, of course, has the option to look up any customer's order and print out their tickets if they're misplaced or if they can't find them and need any assistance. So you can kind of curate your season however you would like your customers to experience it. There's a lot of limitations you can place based on what you want to do and what you would like to provide. There's show selection. You can include all of your shows from your season in the season package. If you want to keep certain events exclusive to season package holders, we know a lot of people have done either dinners or banquets that is only accessible to season package holders. That kind of updates that more exclusivity. You can give a preferred ticket quantity. If you want to set up a package that's straightforward, just one show, one ticket to each show, that's great. You can set it up as 2 tickets to each show if you want to pair it more so, or just have your flex package where they get 10 tickets to use however they'd like throughout the season. You can place availability limits if you're only looking to sell a certain amount of season packages. Say you only want 50 or 100 to sell, you can limit that in the settings, and that way the packages that are purchased can't exceed that limit. They'll be sold out once they hit that cap. If you want, you can also automate your package sales. You can schedule a package start date and end date. Say if you only want the package to be sold kind of in the weeks leading up to your first performances, you can schedule the date and time you want the sales to open and schedule the date and time you'd like the sales to close. You also have the option to, if you'd like, designate a specific area of seating for season ticket holders. If you want, you can reach out to our team with your seating chart, and you can let us know what area of the venue you would like reserved for VIP package holders. We can carve out a certain area just for them, so that way when they go in to purchase their tickets, they'll be restricted to just this specific area and won't have that be their other seating be available to them. Otherwise, you can keep all seating available to everyone, package or otherwise. All right, so that's kind of the features of creating a package within the BookTix system. However, once you are set up with BookTix, there's plenty of help and assistance to guide you along the way. We have our help center that includes BookTix University. This is just a lot of tutorials on how to do basic functions within the account. There's also the box office how-tos, how to set up an event, how to exchange a ticket. There's a bunch of guides and tutorials, some just images and some videos to help you learn the system as well as make the steps to do what you're looking to. These visual guides are also extended to ticket buyers for ticket buyer frequently asked questions, such as the example we have on the screen. It's how do I redeem my package? If there are any customers who are maybe unsure and could benefit from having a visual guide, these articles can be sent to them to kind of show them step by step how they would go about redeeming their package. And you also have access to our support team, who you can reach out to us with any questions, or if you need any help exchanging tickets, doing refunds, or anything you don't really know how to do within the account. We can show you the steps, but also we can intercede on your behalf if you need help. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Darcy to kind of fill you in more on the broader aspects of BookTix.
All right, thank you. So we did have a couple questions. Can patrons make their own exchanges and their own releases? Patrons cannot initiate an exchange on their own. They would have to reach out to you, and you as the admin would be able to do all of that. Super simple in our system to do any exchanges or returns or anything like that, refunds. And we can help you with that. Like Molly said, we have an amazing support desk that's here, just send them the quick question. They'll help you work through all of that easily. And can you limit the tickets to will call only, not allowing e-tickets? That question's been asked before, and it is something that is it's in our queue to work on. It's not something we currently offer. Most theaters are asking for e-tickets. They're asking to turn off the will call, which you can do. But every once in a while, we get somebody that wants to turn off the e-tickets. So we're working on that. It's not ready quite yet. I'm going to get to the service fees in a moment. And how many people can have an admin account? There's unlimited amounts of admin accounts. So that's an easy one. So
there's unlimited amounts of admin accounts, but as well as you can limit admin access. There's different levels. So if you want some people to be able to do anything, they can be an administrator on the whole account. There's also admin access that if you just want someone to scan tickets or work at the box office, they can have limited access to only that.
So a little bit about BookTix. We're running out of time, but we've been kind of answering the questions as we go. So I'm going to take a minute here. BookTix as a system as a whole is full of tons and tons of robust features. We keep adding new features regularly. Like I said, we have a whole queue of features that we're adding. Every time somebody suggests something, we research it and figure out how to get that into our system. So we're constantly bringing you new and exciting features to use. We have an amazing report system that Molly touched on earlier. A lot of the reports are searchable. You can set different criteria. And if you can't find the report you're looking for, just email the customer support team and they'll help you find it. We have a spectacular support team. They're available 7 days a week, and they answer all of your questions, and they help you with whatever you need. If you need to set up a new event and you don't have the time, just fill out the form and they'll set up that event for you. So super support. Our site, as I touched on earlier, is easy to use and intuitive. We are a mobile first company, means that we are set up primarily for mobile use. So you can buy tickets on the phone, you can use your admin account on your iPad, whatever you want to do. And of course, across multiple browsers on the computer as well. So you can, no matter how you want to access it, it's easy to access. We have tons of marketing and fundraising tools in our CRM stuff. You can tag your patrons. And then our free to you pricing. So basically our tickets are 3.75% plus 90 cents per ticket. So we don't charge any upfront costs. There's no setup fees, no matter how much you use support, even if you're emailing them every day, no fees for that as well. Everything we give you is free of charge, and we only charge that per ticket fee. So you can pass it on to the patron. For example, the $12 plus a $1.35 fee, they pay $13.35, you get your full $12. Or you can roll that fee within your price. And we have a calculator tool that shows you all of that once you get into your portal, and you can set that up for whatever works for you. And since we were here about packages today, for packages, you get a little bit of a discount. So the first 3 items in that package are included in that 1.90 fee. So it's a 3.75% plus 90 cents for the first 3 items, and then 25 cents each additional item. So we're trying to help you save money as a community theater. We know that we want to keep our prices low for you, and we keep our support high to help you sell more tickets, because we want to see the arts grow in all of your communities. It's very important to us. I talk to a lot of people that are coming from other platforms. I get to hear a lot of stories, the good, the bad, all sorts of mixed things. But over and over, I hear that BookTix is so much easier to use than others, and that people just love the intuitive nature of our system. My favorite thing to hear is that BookTix is the best value of everything out there, that we provide the most services without upcharges, and that's what we're here for. We're here to service you. We want you to be successful. So we're going to do everything we can to provide value for you and keep your fees low. That's our goal, our primary goal. So if you have any further questions, we'll try to get to what I see. There's a few more there. I'll let Molly get to those. But if you want to scan that QR code, that'll bring you right to our demo. You can book a demo with us. We'd love to walk you through the system, or you can just email us. All right, Molly, if you want to stop sharing your screen, we can answer some questions.
Yes, will do. Stop share. Perfect. Thank you about that. Oh, so
I
sorry.
did want to hear about independent musicians. Yes, actually, we have a wide variety of clients. I mean, we do variety shows, concerts, athletics, all sorts of different types of events out there that people that are using it. A lot of schools, obviously community theaters, a lot of independent people that use our system.
To answer a question about registration through BookTix, not necessarily a registration platform, but if you would like to sell these classes as like an event as part of the system, the process does collect that contact information for customers. So you would have a record of who is signing up for what classes. I know we do have some accounts that are not with the community theater, but with a community center, and they do offer a bunch of classes that they do sell through BookTix. So that opportunity is available to you. It will just only send the customers a confirmation email for their order and nothing else. Hopefully that answers your question, but you can have people sign up for stuff and pay for stuff on BookTix.
There's a question here about, can you also use this for single ticket sales? Absolutely. You can have unlimited amounts of show for sale, unlimited amounts of ticket types, ticket plans, whatever you're selling, items you want to sell, you can put them on there. Sky's the limit. Whatever you're looking to sell, you can do it through our platform.
Can we cover the costs? Is that what you just covered? Can we cover the cost of the so the customers can pay a separate fee?
So I did talk about that a little bit on the payment slide, that you can wrap the fee. So if you don't want to add the $1.35 to that $12 ticket, you can charge $12, and we're just going to subtract $1.35, which I can't do quickly in my head on the spot, from that $12. So you'll get like the $10.65. Did I do it? I don't know. There's a little calculator and a slider. You can kind of play with it and see what works for you.
All right, trying to get through these as quickly as possible. Can we set up free events? Yeah, you can sell for free events through BookTix. There's no fees for any $0 ticket. So if you want to just host a free event and sell that through us, you're more than happy to do so.
I see a question about Android phones are not allowed to click on seats. I'm not aware of that. I've known people to use Android phones and be able to do it. So I don't know if it's just a specific phone issue.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It could be device specific. If there's any issue, we can follow up with our tech team regarding that. Sometimes it's down to either browser even. Those sometimes need updates so customers can be able to click them, or it can be device specific. Having a lot of more technological details, that's what the help desk is there for. We have a full tech department that has these devices that we're happy enough to have them test for us. And we want to catch these things if anyone is having an issue with a particular device. That's what we want to hear about and follow up with our tech team. But Android, iPhone, all devices are supported using BookTix.
Membership or merchandise, absolutely. Whatever you need to sell. We do have custom questions that you can ask at checkout. So if you're trying to gather information beyond just the name, address, email, you can ask custom questions at checkout and get all of that information from them. Merchandise, they get a voucher in their email, just like they would get a ticket. Show that at the theater and pick up their merchandise that way.
Right. Can it be set up for comp tickets? Yes, all ticket plans come equipped with a comp ticket option. That option is only available through your box office. Customers would not have access to the $0 comp ticket. However, you can send comp tickets to any customer that you'd like. You can also reserve seating for specific people and issue their comp tickets to them directly as well.
And sales tax, yeah. Sales tax, yes. In your organizational admin section, you can configure all of that however you need to. City tax, state tax, whatever you need.
Concession stand sales. So you can offer concessions that would be listed as an item, kind of similar to merchandise or other offerings that you can sell through your online box office. Customers would purchase this ahead of time and then they can show their voucher at the door. It actually makes things move a little quicker because people have already selected what they're purchasing. You can also offer a concession package in a sense, where you can set a price that includes like a soft drink, popcorn, and candy bar. Sell that as one item, and that way customers will just show their voucher and come and collect at the time of the show.
And you can also set things as point of sale only. So if your concession stand does have, tablets and internet access, they can access that point of sale and, put through the $1, $2, $3 items, whatever it is, on that point of sale and take credit cards right there as well. And if they're taking cash, they can put that through the system as well. And one thing I don't think I mentioned is all of our cash transactions are completely free of charge. So if somebody is paying cash for that bottle of water at the concessions, you can still keep track so you know your numbers, but you don't have any fees on that. I think we covered all the questions.
Oh, fantastic. We had a lot of great questions and you guys got through it all. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who attended. Thank you for joining us and learning more about BookTix. We know there are lots of options out there, but just the sheer number of unique features that BookTix has is one of the reasons why we're excited to have them as a corporate partner and why we're excited to share this information with you. So we hope that you learned something about that. We encourage you to do more research to figure out if BookTix is right for your organization. They have a great team who can answer any question you have if you just reach out to them. So thank you all so much for joining. We hope to see you next month or next week for our Tech Theater Roundtable and plenty of other webinars coming up, act.org/webinars. Thank you all. Have a great day.